This is a tutorial for the Gulf of Alaska Halibut workflow using Deckhand Electronic Logbook. This is a relevant tutorial as of June 2024 to reflect the most recent updates made to this workflow. We're going to go ahead and get started. What you see here is the Deckhand home screen. On the left-hand side, you have your trip bar where all of the trip information will populate. You can also see past trips here in the archived folder. We're going to go ahead and get started here by tapping Start Trip, and we will fill out our start trip information. A lot of this information, such as the date, the time, and the trip number, will auto-populate. And once you fill out the vessel name, the operator name, and some of your permit information, this will be remembered every time you start a new trip. If you have an observer on board, you can add observer information here. To delete anything, all you need to do is swipe to the left and tap the red Delete X. We're going to go ahead and tap Next here. This is where you will configure your trip gear. I have right now 3 different configurations for long line pot, hook and line, and another long line pot. You'll see that I have configured them based off of the letters here. I'm going to go ahead and add in another gear profile. I'll label it D. And for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to pick another hook and line. You can go ahead and fill out any of the information necessary here that is configured to your specific gear. Again, to get rid of anything or to delete a gear section, swipe, tap Delete. Press Continue to move forward. And you'll notice these 3 events here populate on the left-hand side. You can enter discards information at any time. When you're ready, just tap Confirm to move forward. The inactivity log will also be available at any time. You can use this in the instance of any period of inactivity when you're fishing, and again, it's always available for you on this left-hand side in the trip bar. We're going to go ahead and get started here with a fishing activity. To begin, take a look over at the map screen here. You'll go ahead and tap this search bar up top to select your fishing activity. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to pick hook and line. And then we're going to press Start Setting when we're ready to begin. You'll notice a few things here. 1, the set number will populate every time you start a new set. If you need to edit this number for any reason, you can go in and do so here. You can edit any of these fields here, but notice that the start, set, date, and time, as well as the latitude and longitude, are automatically populated for you based off of your location. The gear ID is added already, and we'll go ahead and select any bird avoidance gear if we have any, type any notes in, and optionally you can select any bait type that you're using. We'll go ahead and tap Continue Setting when we're ready to move forward here. You'll notice that a place mark is set on the map screen where you have started your set. We're now going to steam along, and if I was moving here, you would see a track line form behind our little icon. When we're ready to end the set, we'll tap End Setting. And same thing here. The date and the time and the location are auto-populated, but any of this can be edited. You can also add in the number of skates or pots that you set. I'll add 50 here, and the end depth that we went with. I'm going to go with 40 fathoms, and any notes that you'd like to take. When you're ready to end the set, you can tap Complete Setting. And again, notice another place mark here that connotates the end of the set. If I was moving, you'd see a nice start and end line. It's essentially rinse and repeat from here for any additional sets. You'll also notice if you take a look over here on the trip bar that a nice blue icon has appeared to show that this set in particular, hook and line set 3, is in the water. At this point, if you need to return to land for any reason or go about any other fishing activity, you can do so. But when you are ready to haul the set, you will navigate back to this trip bar, open the set that you were ready to haul, and tap the haul button. Press Continue, and you will notice here that a lot of this information is again auto-populated. The date and time of the haul location, and the federal reporting area is manually updated based off of your location. The target species here, I'm going to keep it as rockfish or sablefish. The number of skates and pots lost, I'm going to say 2 for the sake of this example. And you can go in here and add in the necessary catch information or haul information that you have. There's also a section here for mammals sighted while hauling, and any damage that you'd like to record. Again, you can keep any notes here, and you can tap End Hauling whenever you're ready to move forward. Again, rinse and repeat from this section. If you have other sets in the water and you're ready to haul them, you can navigate to that Latin long and haul using Deckhand. To utilize the discards and dispositions, we're going to tap Update on this event in the trip bar. We're going to add a discards and dispositions species. For the sake of this example, let's pick flounder. We're going to add a new daily total. For the product code here, I'm just going to say 1. And let's say, for instance, 15 pounds. And this number will auto-calculate based off of every new daily total that you add for that species. I'm going to press confirm, and it will take me out of the discards event and return me back to the map screen. For any inactivity, you'll open up that event in the trip bar here and tap Update, and you'll add an inactive record for any reason. For example here, let's go ahead and say steaming, and I can go ahead and change the date if need be. Confirm. To end the trip, we'll go ahead and access the Actions menu here on the bottom left. We'll tap End Trip, and this is our delivery report. For any information here needed from your processor or what have you, you can go ahead and fill it in here. Again, date and time are auto-populated. The closest port that I am to now is Anacortes, so I'll leave that as such. And for any additional delivery that you make, you can just add at the bottom. Again, to delete, swipe, and tap delete. Press confirm when you're ready. Now we have a completed trip on the left-hand side in the current folder. To view necessary trip information, we'll navigate to the trip header, the blue trip header at the top. Select DFL log to view your log sheet. And if you feel good with all of the information on the report, you can mark as complete here, which essentially verifies that this report is accurate and complete. And you have access to now share this report. If you'd like to share the full report, you can simply tap the share button here. You can print it or share via email. If you'd like to only submit a portion of this report, for example, a discard report to a processor, all you need to do is simply tap the Convert to Discard Report or Convert to Full Report button, and your fishing location will be hidden. Again, tap Share. You can print or email from here. Once you have finished with this trip and you're ready to start another, you can tap the Archive button here. Read through and make sure that you understand the warning here. Once you archive a trip, you cannot add new sets to a previous trip. In the instance of leaving gear in the water overnight or on a previous trip, you would end the current trip that you have and archive it, as we have done here. You would start a new trip, go through, ensure this information is accurate once again, and then navigate to the archived folder. Access the trip where you left your previous set, open that set number, and tap Haul. Here you'll be able to fill out any necessary haul information. And notice that a note has already been created for you telling you when this set was initially deployed. Tap End Hauling, and notice that that previous set from the other trip has now populated into our current folder. When we're ready to end this trip as well, we'll tap End Trip, fill out our delivery report, and we're ready to move forward. This has been a tutorial of how to use the Gulf of Alaska Halibut workflow on Deckhand Electronic Logbook. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact our support number at 888-884-1947. Thanks for fishing with Deckhand.